Maybe I'm hyped because I just watched Craven, but I feel like I'm at this final phase of my healing that is going to push me beyond the phases I've been through, being namely, first, overall recuperation, stabilize. And then after that, condition, tighten back up, and get everything active again. All the fibers that were compromised, find replacements, and form neural networks and muscular functions that are suitable for long term, explosive, and just comprehensive movement, keeping it simply worded. And now I'm reaching this point that's like beyond just stability and consistent workloads in certain movement patterns. It's optimizing these patterns once again. Now, a big ongoing overlying fact is just the overall body's neural pathways, neural network establishment, and how that needs to go through updates as you change your movement patterns, as they improve, and as you gain new functions. You might have a larger range of motion in many of your your joints. That I'm thinking hips because that's the one that I always think about the most. Hips are our power. You think shoulders are the gift that we've been given, but that's because we glorify the attack, the offense. Not a bad idea, but there's something beyond that. The hips are the overall everyday moving thing, and guess what is below that? The ankles and the feet, right? You must have the healthiest ankles and feet possible, and those must run up into some very powerful, stable, explosive, elastic hips, right? That can aid in absorbing all of the freaking forces that we get through our feet and our ankles. Those are our like blades. Think about like skating, like you have to cut with the feet and the ankles. But the real push is going to be through those hips, and that chest needs to be expanded and straightened and contracted, whenever needed. And that leads to very powerful shoulders, very powerful upper back that keeps the entire column elastic and mobile, right? That leads to a healthy crown. Once your crown is established, and you have different levels, right? You have, those are the main ones though. Once you have a really healthy crown, all of a sudden your energy is forever stable in this position. You are reaching full alignment into the ground. You are always connected with the above and below. You are in self. And I'm just attributing physical factors to what many other elements of wellness and well-being in general is based on. But so for me, I'm feeling like I'm starting to really get my crown mobilized, because although I speak of it in phases, in reality we're adjusting all these in the same moments. Even if you're reaching more work in certain planes, eventually you start feeling it rush up, and you do it in waves. It's like a massage. You rub the knuckle up a certain muscle pathway, and then you start again. Sometimes you rub up and down, right? Well, with this, we're massaging up. Start with your feet, go through your hips, get to your shoulders, focusing on the chest in between. Your solar plexus is kind of you can start mixing in things as you gain knowledge and understanding of certain different fascial pathways and bands coming around your body. The oblique slings are a massive connector between the hips and the torso shoulder area. So keeping all of that integrated and optimized is huge. As your crown starts to go, your creativity, your open-mindedness, your positive action, your analysis of dangers and fear comprehension, digestion, it becomes so much easier. But that's why you gotta start at the root and work your way up. And again, if you need to, you can start knuckling down if that's the case, in case that your body may be somewhat changed in a very real way. Work your way down. Start with the mind. See where your arms can keep you occupied. Get back down into the hips and don't feel like you're just the head and arms. Start getting your hips moving again. Get down into the knees, the ankles, the feet. People ache about my knees, or like their bellies look like they're locked up. You got to mobilize those muscle bellies too. I'm just talking about levels. Sometimes it takes the other way. Hard massaging in the shoulders, hard massaging in the upper chest, and getting your neck mobilized between the head and the shoulders. That's a big one for people that have been bedridden for a long time. All they really can do is this, but even that becomes limited. Do the knuckle down force. Anyway, I'm just saying I've been massaging up a little bit here after doing the downward necessity when you can't really do anything. And so this is just a glorifying moment, feeling great, and I feel like it's going to be a big phase change, making sure that I keep doing the massaging motions in both patterns. For me, meditating is the way I go down. Many times that's the best way to do it on a day-to-day basis. And exercise, I like to go up.